Okay, guys, we are in week 2 of enrichment. We are going to talk about how to effectively warm up for singing. So, I know that some of you probably looked at my step 1 and went, stretch? Why do we have to stretch to sing? All you have to use is your voice, right? Well, singing is a physical activity. And just like you would do any other physical activity, you have to stretch first. You wouldn't try to run a mile without stretching your legs first, or you shouldn't. So you shouldn't sing without stretching first. And you want to stretch the muscles that you are going to use the most for singing or that carry the most tension. So the ones that we're going to talk about right now are your shoulders, your neck, and your jaw. You might have other places that you hold tension that you need to stretch. That's fine. You should stretch those places. I'm just going to talk about these 3. But if you hold tension anywhere else, you should also stretch there because your voice will reflect the tension in your body. So by that I mean, when you're talking to someone and they're really tense, can you tell in their voice? If you're talking to someone on the phone and they're really tense, you can't see them, but you can hear them. Can you tell? I would venture yes. And it's going to come across the same in your singing voice. So we want to make sure we have no tension. We are completely relaxed and zen. So first stretch we're going to do is for our shoulders. So I like to do these circles for your shoulders. So the first thing we're going to do is put your shoulders all the way forward, then all the way up, all the way back, and all the way down. And from the side, that looks like all the way forward. I know it's a little bit weird. All the way up, all the way back, and all the way down. And then you'll do it the reverse way. So first we go back, then we go up, then we go forward, then we go down. And then you can do more fluid circles of those until we have a little more wiggle in our shoulders. So the next thing we want to stretch is our neck. So I want to stretch the sides of my neck right here first. So I'm going to take a hand, gently pull on the side of your head, and then it'll create a little bit of a stretch right here. Now, if it hurts, don't do that. You can do it without pulling. You can just move your head to the side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Pull right here. Okay, now we want to do the back of our neck, which holds a lot of tension for people. So I like to do this thing called a nape check, where hold the back of your neck, this is the nape of your neck, and you pull a bunch of skin. Now I do this because it also checks your posture. If you have your head too far forward, you can't grab skin. If you have your head too far back, you can't grab skin. So you have to be nice and neutral and in the middle. Grab a hunk of skin, give it a little massage, and then let go. And now we should be, hopefully, free of tension in the neck. The third one that we're going to do is we're going to do some jaw, massages, I guess. You're going to find the spot, you can just feel in your face, the spot where your skull meets your jaw, which is usually right in front of your ears, and just give it a little rub. Get rid of some tension. We're about to use our jaw a whole bunch in order to sing, so we're going to get rid of some tension there. Okay. At this point, if you have other places that have tension, like maybe your sinuses or your lower back, or I don't know, then you would also stretch those. But this is where I'm going to end my stretches today. Okay, so step 2 is breathing effectively. And my music lessons people are going to laugh because you're all about to hear my breathing spiel. So these are your lungs. I know we talked about this in enrichment last week, but I feel like we should reiterate because here we are having a conversation about it, right? This way we can talk about it. Here are your lungs, right? When you're breathing into your lungs, you want to breathe into your whole entire lungs. Most people, when they breathe, go like this, which doesn't really get you much breath at all. I mean, it's not your fault. You know, people all over go, everybody take a deep breath. And then it gets taught to us that way. That's not how you breathe. How you breathe naturally, when you're not thinking about it, is you breathe deep into the bottom of your lungs. When you're the most relaxed, you breathe basically into your stomach. So what I equate this to is a Capri Sun pouch. when you are drinking a Capri Sun pouch, hopefully you've done that. They're like the square foil juice pouches. After you're done drinking the Capri Sun pouch, if you blow air into it to blow it up, which I know all of you have done probably, then you have visualized what it should look like to breathe. So you have the Capri Sun pouch, and then you have a straw that goes all the way to the bottom, and when you blow air into the pouch, the air goes from the bottom of the pouch up to the top. That's how it fills up, right? And that's how we want our lungs to fill up. So we want our esophagus to be the straw, and you can visualize that it goes all the way to the bottom of your lungs. And as you breathe air in, it's going to go to the bottom and then come out of the straw and then fill up to the top. So instead of going like that, we want to go into the bottom. So not like this, but so that this top hand does not move. So we're going to do that a few times. And then through the nose. It's okay if this moves a little bit, but the goal is that this moves first. So then, after we've gotten comfortable with breathing low, we want to make sure that we are breathing out correctly. So, the wrong thing to do, and that we're going to practice doing, is breathe in, and then just let your air go lazy. We don't want lazy air coming out of us. We want focused air coming out of us. So, we are going to use what we discussed last week was the diaphragm, which is a muscle right underneath your lungs that are going to help the air come out of your lungs. So you breathe in, and instead of letting it be lazy, I want you to engage your core right where your abs are, and I want you to breathe out as if you were blowing a feather away from you. So instead of lazy breath, we want so from the side. Lazy breath would be, which we don't want. We want and something you can do to train this muscle, because yes, the diaphragm is a muscle that needs to be trained, is you can time how long your air is coming out. So you want to breathe in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, however many seconds, and see if you can get the seconds that you're breathing out to be longer and longer and longer. That's how you're going to train your diaphragm. So, once we have done that, now we can move on to phase 3 of warm-up. I know this is super long because of the explanations, but it wouldn't be this long if you just went through them. So, step 3 is we're going to warm up our vocal folds. Our vocal folds are right here, inside your neck, and they are 2 flaps of skin that vibrate next to each other to create sound. And the faster they vibrate, the higher your pitch, and the slower they vibrate, the lower your pitch. And all of my introduction to music people are going to know that that is size-pitch relationship. So, in order to warm this up, the first thing we're going to do is hum, because it's a little more gentle. So you're going to breathe in, and just vary the pitch a little bit. We'll start low and then work high. When you're humming, I want your lips to be together, but your teeth to be apart inside your mouth so that there is a cavernous, a cave happening. So that the sound that's being produced has the most space to vibrate in, okay? So we're going to start low. And then just give a glissando down to up, up to down. So now we woke it up a little bit. Now we want to warm up our range. So my favorite vowel to warm up my range on is E. You can choose another vowel, but I find E is nice because it is a very pure vowel with no other vowels sneaking in like A or I. So on E, I like to go E, 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 And work your way from down to up, and then back down. All the way back down. And then I like to do what my chorus folk like to call a vocal siren. So, and then maybe one from top to bottom. Okay, now we have warmed up our range. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up our diction. So this one is kind of optional, and it depends on what you're practicing for. So if I am practicing to sing a song in Russian, I'm going to look at the consonants that are used in my Russian piece, and I am going to practice a warm-up that uses those consonants. So let's say I have a lot of t sound, T. I'm going to do a warm-up that might be T-ta-ta, T-ta-ta, and keep going like that, so that you're using the consonant that you're going to use in the song. A lot of popular ones would be Mommy me mo moo, or Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, or Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and various ones that you can do. But you really have to tailor it to what song you're going to do. So right now, I am going to go through the entire warm-up without explaining it, start to finish, as you would right before you were going to sing. So we stretch. Stretch the neck. Nape check. Jaw. Breath. Vocal folds. Range. Diction. Mommy me mo moo, mommy me mo moo, mommy me mo moo, mommy me mo moo. And that's it. You are done. Done with warm-up. Then you get to actually practice. All right, I will see you all next week for our final enrichment installment for the summer. And then I won't see you again until September. Bye.